Hey, this is Counterattack. We are continuing with World at War 85, Scenario of the Rhine. It is turn 7. As a reminder, we have torrential rain going on, so we have these effects, which I'll remind us when they matter. I forgot part of last turn to take those into account, but we're taking them into account. The first activation is the Tan Americans. They are, if you remember, these guys up here. Bradley platoon with infantry. Now they theoretically can see this guy. This is an infantry unit in the city. They have poor anti-tank weapons, so they're just gonna forego their activation. They're full-on defense. Next, the main East German advance. We can see their headquarters value is 5, but the headquarters is damaged, so it's actually going to be 4. And let's go find these guys. Remember, these are the guys that are crossing the fields, trying to get onto this American hill with their infantry BMPs, and trying to take this village down here. They just need one more hex. So yeah, let's activate them. Okay, first thing we do is activate the headquarters and place it where we want it. The range, like I said, is 4. I think we're just going to keep it right there. There's a lot of guys in range. I want to make sure this artillery is in range and these disrupted guys are in range. But there's a few guys outside of range. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this guy is out of range. So let's do a morale check to see if he manages to stay in command. The morale is 6. We need less than 6, or equal to less than 6. Okay, so he's in range. And then let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys in the village, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they are out of range. So I think those are the only other ones that are out of range. So we'll do the disrupted one first. Just missed that. We'll do the other guy. Okay, so the guys in the village are out of command, which is unfortunate because I wanted to push them forward. Okay, anyone with a missile reload marker? Check to see if they finished reloading. We did not. So I'm going to continue reloading. Going to attempt to remove disruption, what I call rallying. 1, 2. So yeah, let's do this guy first. We're again rolling the morale, 6 or less. Fails. The guy next to him. Pass. This guy here. Miss. This guy here, 1 and 3, so less than 6. Down here, nope. Down here, exactly 6. Yes. I guess I could have had worse. So all right. Well, because of the mud effects, I'm not going to be able to get into this location, plus the out of command guys here, which is unfortunate. So that's another turn I don't capture that city, but I guess there's no rush. So yeah, we got some disrupted Americans with a missile here. We got some guys in range, and yeah, we can try to do an overrun with a BMP. See how that goes. Yeah, so but in the mud. This 6 movement is now 5. So we're going to go, let's see if I go here. I can be shot at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. Well, maybe I don't want to do that yet. Maybe I should lay a smoke screen or something first. Yeah, I think we'll have this recon unit, which has a range of 7 visually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 due to the torrential rain. I think we're going to take our fire for effect marker, drop it here. Let's see if we roll a 6, which would indicate scatter. Oh, and what are we using? We're going to use this mortar here, which has a range of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, enough. So don't roll a 6. We didn't get a 6. So we'll go ahead and throw 1 smoke there, and then we're going to get to place 3. So the second has to go to adjacent to next to that guy. So yeah, we'll go here. And then the third adjacent to either, which I suppose will go here. Now, I thought I was being smart, but looks like all the NATO units in range, like Jaguars, Leopards, Lukes, M60A3s, they can see through smoke with their thermal imagers. This is an optional rule that I'm using. So it doesn't block line of sight like it normally would, but it adds +1 for every smoke traced through. So okay, so it's still good, still good. So now we will try our overrun. Go here, that's 1. I still have 4 moves left. Let's see if anyone wants to take a shot. Why not? This M60, it's not long range. It would have 4 dice. The smoke tracing through adds 1 defense die. Yeah, there's also, let's see, I'm looking at the weather, bad visibility. Okay, and then this guy has a die for his armor. Now the max defensive dice for terrain, smoke, weather, all that is 2. So that's all we have. So if there's another die, we would have to ignore it. But so it looks like it's a 4-3. The Americans hitting on 5s. These guys defending on 5s. Let's go. One American hit on a 5. No other hits. Okay, well that's unfortunate because this overrun is not happening. They're disrupted and must stop. The Americans have fired. Let's see, could you see where that guy came from? Probably not. I apologize about that. It was this guy down here. Well, this infantry here, it can only go 2 because of the mud, so go 1, 2. This BMP can go 5. He still has his missiles, so I don't think I want to use him for an assault. But we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just hang out there. I guess I'm hoping for a second activation by this formation. This infantry will go 1, 2. No one's firing on him. This guy's going to go 1, 2. No one's firing on him. 1, 2. So I might as well call in my artillery. I was thinking of using it for smoke or something, but we'll go ahead and call him in on this infantry unit, just try to wipe it out without an assault. Okay? It has 55. I was like 5. 55 range. That's 3 dice. Oh, and I forgot to mark this guy. 3 dice hitting on 4s. And then what do we got over here? We're going to go for this guy. The Americans are going to have to roll a 6. They get 1 for being themselves. And bad visibility, it looks like they do get the bad visibility die roll. It doesn't say it's just for direct fire. So it's the bad visibility for the torrential rain coming down. I guess it affects the spotter, right? So here we go. Looks like we got 2 artillery hits and no defensive hits. And he only has 1 hit left. He's destroyed. We're going to have to see what's up with that TOW missile. I've not experienced this yet. Yep, they are eliminated. So that's a nice kill. That not the infantry so much, but the TOW missiles team. So let's see, we got this guy is spent. We still have an undeployed BMP down here with some infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No one's shooting on him. Is that true? No, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be at visibility, max visibility, but not long range. We might as well do that. So it's going to be 4 dice against the BMP. The BMP gets 1 defense for the long range, or sorry, the bad visibility. It gets 1 for being a BMP. And that's it. So I guess I'm being a little reckless, but I need to move these guys forward. Okay, we got 5 American hits. Looks like 1 East German defense. So that's 2 hits, so they're going to be disrupted and then take a hit. And I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 6 chance, or 1 in 3 chance if the infantry is flipped. I'll double check, but let's just do this for fun. 4, 5, 6, it's hit. Okay, so let me just double check though. It says a 1 to 3 is damages the passenger, so I rolled a 6, so they're not damaged. But everybody is disrupted and must stop. And another M60 is spent. Continuing, we'll move this T-55. 1, 2, 3. I don't think anyone's firing on them. 4. Can only go 4 though. And maybe we'll move this SAM up a few. No one's firing on these guys. Let's move this over here. It's not actually on the board, but just to keep it in sight. These infantry, yeah, they'll start moving forward. Guess I'll put this here to... Okay, no one's firing on these guys. And the visibility is very poor. I think we'll bring the BDRM over. Yeah, we need to get him closer so we can start calling in artillery. So we'll bring him up here. Because that'll let him call in artillery up here. And then this little anti-tank guy, we'll just drop him over here, tuck him in there. Almost made it over to that hill. Headquarters unit. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think everyone's moved. In fact, these infantry should have all been marked spent. You would probably like to see who I'm talking about. These guys down here. Oh, there's one more guy down here. There's a BMP. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now that formation's done. All right, the German Panzer formation, morale 7, range 5 on the headquarters. That's these guys back here. They've been just chilling back there. I think it is time to start preparing for a counterattack. Let's see what we can do. I mean, it's going to be tough in the mud, but visibility's poor. We got smoke up here. Let's move these guys forward. Where are we going to put their headquarters? They have it on some anti-air. I think we're going to throw it onto this lead tank here. So movement's 6, but it's cut to 5. So we'll go something like, well, we got this T-80 over here. I think it'll be okay. 1, 2, 3. We're using the city to mask our movement. 4, 5. I don't think anyone's gonna can shoot at them. Yeah. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring this guy up here. Oh, that guy can only go 4. Did I mess that up? Oh, they can only go 4. So, can you see these guys? Yes, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That can move 5. Bring this guy. He can go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess this isn't much of a counterattack, but you know, maybe next turn. And they're all good. The Lukes will stay where it is. In fact, maybe it'll fire. Just get these markers down. Okay, the Lukes. What can it see? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's perfectly in range. I think it's going to fire. High explosives at this infantry unit here. High explosive fire. That's 4 dice. It's not long range. It can see through smoke, but here's the defensive die for the smoke. And the infantry gets a die. Okay. Infantry defends on a 6. Luke's hits on a 5. And I think I'm rolling 4 dice. I should only be rolling 2. 4 is the range, 2 is the dice. Luke's got 2 4s. That is not enough. All right. Done. Next card. End operations. It's just our first one though. We need a second one to end. Designated East German formation. I'm gonna have a tough choice here. So here's my tough choice. I can either reactivate all these guys, get them up on the hill. Maybe, not all of them, but move a bunch onto the hill. It's option 1. Maybe move some guys that way too, though the Germans are coming, so gotta prepare. Option 2, these East German, mostly tanks, are unblooded. I need to get them into the fray. I think I'm going to use it on them. So imagine all these tanks coming over this hill and just seeing some Bradleys and infantry. So, headquarters, I like it right there. The range is, gotta look this up in the book because it's not on the designated formation card. Morale 6, range 5. Okay, looks like everyone's in range. So, yeah, movement's 5 in the rain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am now in sight of the enemy, but I can't move and fire because I've moved too much. I think. I should remind myself. Well, yeah, these are some nice T-72s. They got an orange firepower. They're packed or packed allied. So they can go full movement if they want, but they get a -2 on their firepower. So we could consider that, but NATO spots that guy right when he comes over the crest. The range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that that Bradley fires its toe. Yeah, it's going to. So the toe, it's within range, 4 dice. The T-72 has 3 dice hitting on 5s, and it has a height advantage and poor visibility. So that's height advantage and poor visibility are 2 terrain or environment type modifiers, which is the max for an armored vehicle. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Oh my gosh. I was thinking those are hits, the 6s. So 4 6s cancels out the 3 hits. Wow. So that reactive armor or whatever is on there. Yeah, actually, it does have reactive armor. So it doesn't matter, but it was even more protected. So let's see what the NATO missile situation is. Morale of that unit, probably 6 or 7. So that's below 6 or 7. So they're not out of missiles, but they have spent themselves. And then this guy could choose to fire. I mean, why not? He's going to be spent anyway, right? So he gets 3 dice, but -2 because he's gone more than half his movement. And I don't know. Let's fire it at. Oh, these guys are in a city, so they're gonna have better extra bonus dice. Let's just fire it at the Bradley. Its defense is 6 plus the trees. Oops. 6 plus the trees plus the visibility. We get 1 die from the East Germans. You never know. Canceled out. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll bring both those guys up there. I don't think anyone can see them. Maybe this tank back here. I believe it clips the woods right here. So those guys. Move these guys as a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're out of sight. What's up with these guys? 2 more tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I moved them one at a time through here because otherwise I couldn't have done that. Can the M1 see those guys? Yes. So I said I moved it one at a time, so let's move the one with the hood quarters first, because they're going to be fired on. Yeah, so 4 dice from the M1 Abrams. Defenders are going to get 3 dice, plus 1 for rain, 1 for woods. So defenders defend on a 5, attackers hit on a 5. Fairly even. Attackers get 2 hits, defenders, looks like they defend with a 1. So they are disrupted and take a hit, or just disrupted. These guys are done. Then their buddies come up and no one can fire at them. Continuing on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I guess they will fire. Again, I get 1 die against the Bradley, which I think had 3 dice. Very low probability of hitting, but might as well. I guess this other guy might as well done that too. 1 hit, no defense. Not that big a deal, but Bradley's disrupted. What else? These tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring up our support. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this guy can only go 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are up. And for next turn, we'll have this little BDRM recon unit poke its nose out to get ready to drop artillery. However, this infantry unit is going to take a shot with the Dragon anti-guided missile. It's in range. We got 3 for the Dragon attacking, 1 for the BDRM, 1 for the hill, 1 for the poor visibility. It looks like a zilch. Yep. So let's see if they have to reload their Dragon. Morale, I believe it's below 8. Let me double check the book. Yep, scenario book shows the morale 7. So they, I think they have to reload, but let me double check. Yes, so they have a reloading marker, and then next turn we'll see if they actually reload. Okay, so that's done. Double activation of these guys would be nice. Okay, they are spent. Next is the formation with the American M60s. Let's go check that out. They tend to take pot shots with the remaining T-80s down here. Let's get these markers removed. Is this one here? Yep. The headquarters, oh yeah, is on this guy. And he's gonna fire on the T-80 for the millionth time. He has 4 dice. The T-80 has 5. No, 4. Plus there's a wreck. Plus there's poor visibility. So it's 4 to 6. But you never know. Oh, and 2 for the American headquarters. Okay, and the Americans are looking for 5s. So you can see there's 0 5s. So that's unfortunate. I think the rest of those American tanks are going to stay still because the Germans are on the move. They have to guard this flank. Next, battlefield friction event. Got this table here, rolling 2 dice. We rolled a fiver. Cautious approach. Have to pick a side. We're gonna say 1 to 3 are the Americans, or the NATO. Okay, so that is NATO. So what it says is, I can activate 1 NATO formation, and it's gonna be cautious. It's going to get half its movement points, and it can only move or move and fire. So it's doing a cautious approach is the name of the event. So they can't just sit back and fire. So move or move and fire. So, well, I think that's going to be the Germans down here, because I want them going on a counterattack. So let's get them situated. It's actually a decent sized formation. Let me decide where they are gonna go. Yeah, they're gonna do a counterattack. So this guy's movement is halved. Let me see if it says round down. It says up to half. Better go look in the rules. Well, I can't find the rounding rules right now, so I'm gonna be cautious and round down. So this guy is gonna go, he has 3 moves, 1, 2, 3. He's gonna cross over here. We're gonna get a good little counterattack come on over here. He's not going to be firing on anyone. This guy, 1, 2, 3. I'll join him. 1, 2, 3. I don't think I can mix nationalities. Let's do this guy. 1. Oh wait, they can only go 2. Shoot. So let me back that up. Maybe instead they'll go 1, 2. And this guy will go 1, 2 as well to here. Guess it's a little bit less aggressive. This guy can go 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So they're not really attacking anyone, but they are on the move. So Luke's did not move. And you can't fire because this is a move and fire. Done. The 8th Infantry Division, so the Americans with the red band. Their activation range is only 4 because their headquarters back here is damaged. Let me try to remind myself, who do they control? They control this tank, they control this guy, let's see what else is in there, and this guy. Okay. If I recall correctly, my plan was to pull, yeah, I'm going to pull these guys back. So I'll throw, it's just a 1-1-3, wow. Okay, so this move is 3, so we'll go 1, 2, 3. This guy will go 1, 2, done. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so my thinking is they've taken some losses. They're gonna set up in these woods here to catch anyone coming from that way or that way. And they're all done. So we'll throw garbage out here. I guess the mortar is not done. Look at our second end operations. Normally we would end right now, but we still have 2 headquarters that never activated last turn that are waiting to activate. So the turn will end once both of those headquarters come out. And there's one of them. These guys finally saw some action. Oh wait, that's not one of them. That's the American tan band. It's the German tan band that is in reserve back there. So yeah, the Americans up here, but I didn't lie. They did finally see some action up here. Okay, we're going to pull all this stuff off. We're going to drop our headquarters. I think we're going to drop it right here. And we're going to try to reload some missiles. morale was 7, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so we got exactly 7. So these missiles have reloaded. We're gonna try to rally the guy with the headquarters. So we get to subtract 2 for the headquarters ability. So we got an 8 minus 2 is 6, so it rallies. And these guys gotta do their duty here. They gotta take out some T-72s while they can. I think the first thing we'll do is the Dragon team's gonna try to knock out the BDRM so it can't call on artillery. Got 3 dice on 4. This guy's 1 die plus 2 for hill and poor weather. So we got 2 hits and 0 defense. So he is flipped and disrupted, and yeah, that's excellent. And let's see if we have to reload. 7, that's our morale, so we do not. Bradley gonna fire 4 dice worth of tow missiles at the T-72s up here, which get 3 dice of armor plus 2 for bad weather hill. Oops. So, oh, and Bradley gets 2 more dice for the headquarters. Bradley hits on 4s. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 4s, and we only got 1 defensive die. So 4 minus 1 is 3. That's 3 hits. This guy is obliterated. Whenever there's 3 hits, you check to see if the underlying terrain might catch on fire. I don't think it will in the rain, but this guy's gone. And let's get a wreck out. Okay. Oops. So that was a very nice hit. We're gonna roll for reloading. They do have to reload. And they are spent, so it's pretty solid. And they're done. Next, American Red Banders. Who are these guys? That's their second activation. Pulling them back may have been a mistake because I'm wasting them getting able to fire, but I feel like I need some defense in depth. So this guy's going to drop his infantry off here. Whoops. The tank's going to move in here. Maybe this artillery come back here. And I guess I would have put the headquarters there, and then this guy will come back here. Okay, and I think everyone there is spent. This guy still has half his movement's 3. Yeah, he can't move and drop off, so because of the. Oh wait, no, yeah, I can. We're not half movement anymore. So yeah, he can still go 2 movement points. So we'll just come back here. All right, those guys are done. The remainder of the T-80s. Remember those guys? Back on turns 1 and 2, they made a big push. They're almost all dead. Like, here's all the dead tanks. There's a couple left though. There's a damaged one here, and an undamaged one here. So we're gonna throw the headquarters here and see if we can rally the guy the headquarters is on. The morale is 6. We get a -2, so for the headquarters, so we got it, we rallied him. I think this guy's just been sitting here like the vast majority of the game. So we need to decide what these guys are gonna do though, because if they poke their heads out, they're probably toast. Though the Germans here are all spent, so they might be able to get a pot shot on the Americans. We'll do. This guy's gonna go 1, 2, and his movement's 5 because of the mud, but that's still not half. So he can do a move and fire, but we want to see if there's any reaction fire, and of course there is. So this guy, 1, 2, 3, yeah, we're in range. So that guy there, he's going to do the fire. So he's going to get 4 dice against 4 dice plus poor weather plus hill. Okay, so we got 1 hit, but it's blocked by 2 hits. So he is spent. Now this guy, you can fire on this guy who's not concealed. This guy is concealed. Oh, this guy's not concealed. So we'll fire right back at him. So we get only 3 dice, but we have a headquarters, so that's 5. The defender is in woods and has poor visibility, so they'll get 2 plus their 3 armor. And it looks like everyone hits on, oh, the T-80s hit on 4s and the M60s hit on 5s, or defend on 5s. So we got 1 T-80 hit, 2 defense from the Americans. That is unfortunate. Did I do that right? Let me make sure. Yes. Okay, this guy down here, I don't know what I want him to do. I think he's going to poke his nose out. Ah, these guys should have had fewer dice because they were moving, just like this guy. So he gets 2 dice but has to subtract 1 because he's moving. This guy's in a town, concealed, rain, whatever. He gets 2 dice bonus. His defense is 3. You know, this is a long shot. Plus 2 dice. Yeah, I mean, there's no way this is happening. Yep, missed. I mean, canceled, I should say. Okay, they are done. Ah, yes. 7th Panzer Division, double activation. These guys up here, we're hoping for that. So we can make an assault on the next city, though they have already been bloodied. Alright, let's find their headquarters right down here. So I think we'll go ahead and keep it there. Its range is 5. Everyone's in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, so let's undisrupt this guy first. Morale 6. Good. And this guy down here. Also good. Okay, first things first, the recon is calling in artillery from back here. Boom, boom, boom. That's 3 attack. We got infantry. And let me remind myself, infantry and unarmored targets gain defensive bonuses for terrain type and concealment. Alright, well, they're not concealed because they're spent. They're in a city, so they do get 2d6 defense. Okay, and they have poor visibility. Since the defender is infantry, there is no max defense bonus. So here we go. Yeah, and they defend on 6s. Attacker hits on 4s. Attacker got 2 4s, defender got 1 6, so that's 1 hit to the defender. Wish it was a little better than that. Okay. Next, I think the headquarters. See, they're on the edge of the hill. Let's see, oh, they're not on the edge of the hill. Well, they're going to move forward 1 to the edge of the hill. That means they'll get a -1 die if they fire, because they haven't gone their full movement. But yeah, they're going to fire high explosive, actually. And I guess I'll leave one guy behind. High explosive, so the range is 6, so we're fine. It's 3 dice hitting on 5, but we get 2 more dice for the headquarters. And again, the NATO is going to get 3 defensive dice. Am I missing anything? No, so we're going against this guy right here. All right, what did I say? That looks pretty rough. Hitting on 5s. So we got 3 hits, 1 defense. So that's 2 hits. So this guy's flipped. Oh. I just realized those guys are there with a Bradley, and he probably should have fired. Okay, let's roll this back. So we're gonna remember there were 2 hits. Here, we're gonna put this die here. There are 2 hits, but we're gonna do a rollback. This guy's first gonna fire. Okay, so he's gonna fire with 4. The defender is gonna get 3 for the armor right there, and hill and poor visibility. Okay, so he's hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. There's also, I think he hits on 5s actually, because this guy's got reactive armor. So, but still, you got 3 hits. Boom. Oh, but 2 defense. So it looks like it's disrupted. All right. Sorry for making mistakes here. Disrupted, so this doesn't matter. NATO needs to roll for possibly being out of missiles. Their morale was 7. They're good. These guys are spent. Okay. So I suppose this guy is going to fire on the Bradley. The Bradley defends on 6. Gets 1 die. +1 for the city, +1 for the terrain, or the poor visibility. This guy's attacking with 3 dice, hitting on 4s. Bradley defends on 6s. 1 hit, no defense. Bradley's disrupted. These guys here moving as a stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and they can actually fire at a -2. So in fact, I'm going to do 1 at a time. So -2 because it's moved more than half its movement. So that means it only gets 1 die. And we'll go ahead and fire at the Bradley that was just disrupted. So it gets 3 dice. That's nothing. All right. And then we'll go ahead and do this guy. Same thing. 1 hit, 1 defense. I don't know if you saw that. Is the defense. So, not surprising, but should take the shots. Okay, next. This guy's going to go 1, 2. And because he's gone less than half his movement, he gets only a -1. So he's going to get 2 dice against that Bradley. He hit on a 5. Yeah, he hits on 4s. The Bradley defends on 6s, yeah. So that's a hit on the Bradley. Flip it. Okay. And then this guy's going to do the same. About to be overrun here, huh? Misses. This guy, 1, 2. Gets 2 dice against 3. Just trying to overwhelm that Bradley. We got a hit, we got a defense. So that guy's done. These guys here, I will do one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fire one shot into that Bradley. Oh, ooh, hold on. Infantry's gonna fire on it, but I'm cool with my move here. Infantry's gonna fire on it. It does have a very minimal defense there. So let's see. Has a range of 1, 2 dice against 3 dice, plus a defense dice for poor visibility. So we did get a hit because it hits on 5s. That we're defending on 5s. We got 1 5, so that cancels the hit out. Okay. So now we're firing against the Bradley with high explosives. Bradley defended, looked out, has a 6. This guy's coming over here, and I should have marked the infantry is spent. He's going to fire high explosives at the infantry. No, it's better. He has a better chance of hitting the Bradley, I think. So we'll go for the Bradley. What are we hitting on? We're hitting on 4s, no 6s from the Bradley. Bradley destroyed. Okay, that guy's gone. Yeah, this position's about to be overrun. What else we have? I think we'll keep this guy here. We'll move this anti-tank unit up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get some anti-air up just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Next, the light blue Americans. They are these guys down here. There's one in here, yep, and one here. So, they've been trading pot shots with these T-80s. Now the T-80s are coming out from hiding. I think it's time to try to knock these guys out for once and for all. So this guy here, make sure you can see everybody. Yeah. So this guy here is going to fire on this T-80 down here. It's in range. T-80 is not concealed or anything. T-80 does get 4 defensive dice. The American unit gets 4 dice. By the way, I'm keeping the headquarters right there. American unit gets 4 dice. There's also a defense die for the poor visibility due to the torrential rains. Both want 5. 1 5 here, no 5s here. That's a hit. This guy's disrupted. This guy's here. So I guess the question is, should this headquarters, when it fires, fire on this perfectly fine T-80 with a headquarters, or try to wipe this guy out? I think we're going to go for the wipeout. Probably should have reversed these rolls, but yeah, so this guy, he's going to roll 6 dice. 4 for his guns, 2 for the headquarters, and then this guy's still rolling, what did I say, was it 4? 4 for defense, plus 1 for the weather. Hitting on 5, so 1, 2 hits, 1 defense. That's all that's needed. This guy's boom. Almost all the T-80s are gone. It's just 1 left. Got a wreck here. This guy spent. Who would have thought M60s would take out T-80s? Okay, this M60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going against this T-80 here with the headquarters. The T-80, again, it gets 4 dice, plus 1 for the weather, plus 1 for being uphill. The attacker just gets 4 dice. Let's see what we got. Attacker hits on 5s, there's no 5s. Okay. That unit's done. Next, we got Fox. Fox is one of the units that did not get activated last turn, so it comes off this card. And where's Fox? Fox is up in this sector. I guess we'll drop our headquarters here. And it's gonna have to try to stop this Easterman rush on the American position over here, yeah? So maybe we'll go with this guy first. So he's gonna have an attack on someone. 6 dice, 2 for the tank, 2 for the headquarters, or 4 for the tank, 2 for the headquarters. Let's go against these guys. They will get to defend at 3 for their armor, 1 for the poor visibility. And defenders hit on 5s, attackers hit on 5s, so it's all 5s. No 5s for the attacker. What a waste. Next, I think this Bradley is going to move up here. He's going to do a move and fire, right? He gets 4 dice. He's firing tow missiles against this guy. That guy is going to get 3 armor dice. And let's see. The armor value goes down by 1 from 5 to 4 because it's got reactive armor and we got missiles here. And then, of course, we got the weather effects here. Oh, and Bradley loses a die because it's moved once. 1 hit, defense. Yeah, that's too bad. Did we have to reload? Morale is 7, we got a 10. We do have to reload. It's too bad. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3. That's more than half his movement, so he's going to lose 2 dice. Huh. That's okay. So he gets 2 dice, and we're going up against 4 because we're going to just fire his missiles at the same target. All misses. And let's see if they have to reload. Looking for 7 or less. We have 7 or less, so he does not have to reload. Okay, that's that unit. Oh, we actually went through every single card. Got the German territorials. They have the last card guys to activate, and so normally you would shuffle this into the deck. Obviously, it's going to be the next card. I'm throwing their headquarters down on a tank over here, just to remind you, those guys have just been hanging out there the entire game. Okay, so yeah, we finished that. Let's do the sort of end of turn bookkeeping. First, we're going to remove all the ops complete and out of command markers. Okay, that's been done. Next, the smoke dissipates a bit, so we got thinning smoke now. All right, and we're done with turn 7. Now, some of you are gonna be upset with me, but we're gonna also end the game. We're gonna end the game. It's 20 turns. Turn 7. I don't have it in me to go 13 turns. I'm having a hard time sympathizing with the Soviets based on the current events right now, and it's kind of, I know some of you probably think that's dumb, but just like can't get into it. But this game is actually really cool in my opinion. I've played face-to-face a few times and solo a few times of like small scenarios, and they're okay. But the big scenario, this is really cool. I didn't really get it at first. Like So I think I lost, like, look right here. Look at all that burnt out wrecks. That's, like, this is all T-80, battalion of T-80s just getting wiped out. Right, so I didn't really know what I was doing, and I let guys die faster than they should have. But now that I kind of get it, and I'm starting to realize I should be using smoke, and it is cool. And there's a lot going on here, and it's pretty easy. There's little things that I struggle with, like remembering, like, I don't know, anti-tank guided missiles against reactive armor. What do you do? Oh yeah, it's drop the armor's die roll by 1, you know. So, but anyway, this is cool. And I know I have a lot of other big scenarios available to me, not only in the base game, but the expansion. So looking forward to playing this again. But again, yeah, I set this up like 6 months ago. It's been sitting on my table. I've had long breaks. And like I said, I'm just not feeling it from this point of view over here. So we're going to stop it. And this won't be the last time I play it. But, you know, we'll keep playing other games, and yeah, like I said, eventually return here. I'm kind of on a Cold War kick, but maybe we'll go to World War II for a little break. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next set of videos.